아빠. 네. 준영아. 보스.
Okay, I'm going. Yeah.
Like you buy your food and they stand here or something, and they'll be in same your say, you will just be doing some fine. Pick up the food. Stop being more than you.
Is that good?
Handsome gentleman here. Good morning. What's your name? What do you do?
Yeah, IB. Yeah. We'll take plenty more throughout the day as well. Yeah?
Hello everyone, my name is Ibby Aslam. I'm born and raised in Manchester, home to Manchester United and Manchester City Football Club. So I bet you're all wondering who I am and what do I do? Well, I am a mindset and business growth coach where most coaches are helping their clients earn 6 figures a year. I'm helping my clients earn 6 figures a month. Our company this year is estimated to do anywhere between 2 million and 5 million. And one of the key things I teach people is that fitness and business are related. So if you want to show up as your best, you must know how to elevate your mind. You must know how to take yourself to a peak state of mind. In order to get to this place, you must be intense, you must be obsessed, and you must be relentless. But it wasn't always like this. In 2006, my whole life came crashing down. I got arrested and got jailed for 10 years in prison behind bars. Whilst I was in prison, I was so focused on becoming the best version of myself and becoming the best person I could be because I had plenty and plenty of time. So all I done in prison was personal development work, fitness work, and I had my religion, my faith. Whilst I was in prison doing my time, I received a phone call that my mum had passed away. And I remember quite clearly that the guards coming to me and telling me that you may not be able to go to the funeral. Then a few years later, as I hadn't even come to terms with my mother's death, I received some further bad news. And that was that my youngest brother at 21 years old had died in a car accident. It was at this point I realized that I had to become the best version of myself and give that to the world and help people also become the best version of themselves. And this is why I am super passionate about helping you and helping everybody I come in contact with. And I say this to everyone, that everything you want in life is on the other side of what you do not know. So it is so important to build connections, to create new relationships, because it's the relationships that turn into transactions. And this is why proximity is power, which means that whatever you want to be in life, get around them sort of environments so you can create new connections and you can gain new relationships. I'm really looking forward in meeting and connecting with you. Get your pens and papers ready. I'm coming. Let's go.
one of the highest paid mindset and business mentors in the UK, with so much setback, but after such setback, his mindset pulled him through each time. Please give a warm round of applause for Ibby Aslam, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everybody. How's everyone doing? Before I start, I just wanted to really say that it's these sort of environments that you guys are in, where you're going to be meeting business partners, you're going to be meeting new people. So it's really important that whilst you are all in here, that you all connect with each other, every single person, because it's the connections that you make, is the relationships that you gather will turn into cash flow and will turn into transactions. So it's really important that before I start I say this: proximity is power, okay? So I am going to be sharing with you today how to win more business, how to get more sales, how to get less no's and more yeses in your life and in your business. And I'm also going to be sharing with you how to overcome procrastination in yourselves and others. How many of you think you know somebody that has a procrastination problem? Yes? Okay, well, procrastination is not a problem. Procrastination is always the symptom to a problem. And the symptom that the procrastination is a problem of is anxiety. Anxiety is the real problem. So how do we get to a place in our lives where we fix procrastination? Human beings, us, me and you, we do things for one reason and one reason only. We do things because we feel like it. If we feel like eating right, we eat right. If we feel like exercising, we exercise. If we don't feel like exercising, we won't exercise. And if we can create an environment, especially for those of you who are in business, if you can create an environment for people to feel like doing business with you, you won't have to try so hard to get them to do business with you. What I'm going to say is, when your attitude is right, the facts don't matter, okay? So what I mean by this is, the facts could be anything. The facts could be good news from the doctor, it could be bad news from the doctor. The facts could be that you've just lost some money, it could be you just gained a big contract. So the facts could be anything. What happens is, in our lives, we put a frame around the fact, because everything in life has a positive side and everything in life has a negative side. Have you ever seen a one-sided piece of bread? Why not? Because it cannot exist. Have you ever seen a one-sided coin? Probably not, because it does not exist. So everything in your life that you are faced with, it always has a negative side or it has a positive side. But it's your choice what you decide to focus on. So what happens is, when we are faced with the fact, we put a frame around that fact. And just before I go into the next phase, I just want everyone to understand the reason frames create focuses, right? So the reason we put a frame around the picture is because we want everybody to focus in on what's inside the picture. So it's really important to understand that when you are faced with facts, we always put a frame around it. The belief that you have in your mind travels down to your heart and it creates something called a feeling. But what feeling does it create? It creates a feeling of whether you've focused on the positive aspect of the fact or you focus on the negative aspect of the fact. So if you focus on the positive aspect of the fact, and that creates faith, well, that creates a feeling of anticipation. So what is anticipation? Anticipation is the energy I get when the outcome I expect is desirable to me. So if you, for example, if you all came here today, you are super pumped to be here. You were super energized. You were full of anticipation because you wanted to learn. So that is anticipation. And for those of you who are in business, if you can create an environment for people where they feel like they want to do business with you, that's what you want to do. But what happens if you focus on the negative aspect of the fact? Well, that creates doubt, and that creates a feeling of anxiety. So, what is anxiety? The reason why you have less sales at the moment, the reason why people say no to you, because you've created more anxiety in them than anticipation. So it's really, really important to understand this formula. If anticipation is the energy I get when the outcome I expect is desirable to me, well, what's anxiety then? Anxiety is wasting present energy on a future outcome that's undesirable to me, okay? So it's really, really important to understand that you have to create more anticipation than anxiety. And what happens then is, if you focus on anxiety, you feel powerlessness. You really feel powerlessness. You feel like, I can't do this thing. Why can I not do this? And you have all these thoughts. But if you focus on the positive aspect of the fact, and you manufacture a faith, well, that creates a feeling of anticipation. Well, that will give you power. That will give you power in your hands. That's when nobody can stop you. And if you do that, what happens is, no's will turn to yeses. Yeses will turn to absolutely. When people say, oh, I'll think about it, it turns to, where do I sign now? Because you have created an environment for people where they feel like doing business with you because you have understood this formula. Any questions? I'm going to take a few questions from anyone about anything, business, anything. I'll answer some questions.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to ask, does purchasing power come in the way of what you just said now around business environment and getting people comfortable enough to want to do business with you?
By what's going on?
Exactly.
Absolutely not, no. Because
okay.